Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fridays with Father. Father Gary here on a beautiful day that we're recording this on Thursday, October 7th. Who knows what Friday will bring in terms of weather? It's the fall in the Northwest, so it's very unknown. But a beautiful day today, and a day where we celebrate Our Lady of the Rosary. And I just wanted to spend a moment talking about that. This feast day, October 7th, is a big part of the reason that this whole month of October really is the month of the Rosary. And so just want to encourage you in this beautiful prayer form that can be a very meditative way of praying, of reflecting on the life of Jesus, major points in the life of Jesus through the experience of his mother. And so just encourage you to pray the rosary. If you don't pray the rosary regularly, maybe a good goal would be at least once sometime during this month to pray the rosary. If you do pray it fairly regularly, maybe it's good during this month of October to commit yourself to praying every day, just as a way to really experience this wonderful, wonderful prayer form of our tradition of reflecting on the life of Jesus, encountering him through the experience of the Blessed Virgin. So I just really encourage you in this month of October. That encounter with Jesus, as you know, is a big part of the pastoral planning process that we are engaged in the wider Archdiocese of Seattle and beginning in the parish here. We've begun it. We're going to do some pastoral planning with our pastoral council starting next month to really engage this pastoral planning process. But for all of us, this encounter with Christ is central to our life of faith and how we can draw nearer to the Lord. Sometimes, if you're anything like me, we can get so much into our heads and forget that at the heart of our faith is a person, the person of Jesus Christ. And so the first step in any kind of planning process, if it has to do with our faith, is to make sure that we're encountering Jesus, that we're open to him. And there are many ways to do that. And I encourage you to check out the link on our website to the pastoral planning process. Some really good suggestions there about how to encounter Jesus, not the least of which is praying the rosary, but also taking some time to reflect on the scripture, so to really encounter the living Christ among us. And then the second kind of movement of this pastoral planning process is after and along with encountering Jesus Christ is to accompany each other, to really come alongside of each other in our lives, and to ask, how am I my brother and sister's keeper? How am I using this relationship with Christ to really draw closer to his people? So encountering and then accompanying each other in this journey of faith that we're on. And then finally, living the gospel, witnessing to our faith. So those are the three major movements of this pastoral planning process. And so just remind you of that. And again, the Rosary, a perfect example of how we can encounter Christ, that first movement. Also, just remind you of something that I shared last week in my bulletin column in Fridays around the Cornerstone Conference, a conference that will take place virtually this year. Wonderful conference that is co-hosted by all the bishops of Washington State. So the bishops, the Archbishop Achen and Bishop Elizondo here in the Archdiocese of Seattle, and then the bishops of Yakima and Spokane. All of those bishops hosting a conference to really help us to celebrate this month of October as Respect Life Month, and to reflect on how we can be better servants of the gospel of life, how we can really be better instruments of protecting life from the very moment of conception until the moment of natural death, and then all of human life in between those two ends of the spectrum. So the Cornerstone Conference, October 30th, online. There's a link to that conference and how to register on our website. So really encourage you to do that. Well, that's it. Just those two things this week on Fridays with Father. So really encourage you to take some time with the Rosary this week. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday at our 9 o'clock Mass, either in person or live stream. In English, 11:30 Mass, both in person and live stream in Spanish, and then 5 p.m. on Sunday evening. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone, and God bless.